Well, Bob, what's already been a tremendous night is going to be capped off with a special feature main event tonight. Robert Roode being accompanied in the ring by Tracy Brooks, of course, to take on the man beast, Rhino.
Yeah, talk about action tonight here in Kirkland Lake, and you still never explained to me, where the heck is this lake anyway?
I'm gonna have to get you a map, Bob. You're gonna have to look. Kirkland Lake, the great people of Kirkland Lake have welcomed BSE into their backyards here tonight. What a great show, and we'll definitely be back here in 2008. I think by the size of this crowd here tonight, that's pretty much a guarantee.
Well, all I know is you're talking over the entrance of Robert Roode, my good friend, my colleague, my business partner, and the lovely Ms. Brooks.
You're referring to Robert Roode as a future world heavyweight champion. Do you think it's going to happen sooner than later, Bob?
I've said it time and time again, Robert Roode is the future of this business. Dave, he's got the strength, he's got the skills, he's got the attitude, and look what he's got with him. Oh my God.
A chair. He's got a chair with him.
Well, I'm talking wood, but I'm not talking a chair, as Robert Roode makes it.
Please, Bob. Ms. Brooks accompanying Robert Roode to the ring as always here. Look at this. That's what an executive does. Takes care of business from Robert Roode Inc.
The chief executive offender of Robert Roode Incorporated, and Tracy Brooks, oh my God, Dave, I'm just in love with her. I can't believe it. That she's right here, right in front of us right now, within grabbing distance.
Well, let's talk about strategy in this match here. Robert Roode, I guess, has, well, the wild card in Tracy Brooks on the outside of the ring. How do you think he fits up against Rhino in this match?
Well, you know what? This is, I think, a match that Robert Roode's got all the advantages. Rhino's, as you said, a man beast, a war machine. The guy's completely snapped, but against a guy who's disciplined, a guy who's got the skills of Robert Roode, I don't think Rhino's got a chance, quite frankly.
Listen to this crowd all over Robert Roode. The fans have apparently got up close to the ring there, being sent back. What an eruption it's going to be in here when Rhino makes his way through that curtain, though. There he is.
Wow, and Rhino making his return to Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Rhino was on the first show ever for this company.
Absolutely, and seen him here since.
And you know what? I don't think he's had a good match since.
Well, I dare you to go up and tell him that yourself.
I'm not getting near that guy. That guy's crazy.
Imagine Rhino looking to be in great shape, looking to make an impact here in BSE once again. The native of Detroit, Michigan, here at Kirkland Lake.
Well, I know the crowd likes him, and that's another reason, I guess, to not like the people in Kirkland Lake.
I'd be careful what you say, Bobby. He's not that far away from you. I might just grab Rhino and pull him aside and let him know some of the things you can say.
Hey, none of this can be attributed to me.
We got you on tape.
He's looking at me. Get away from me.
Oh, the War Machine Rhino anxiously awaiting Robert Roode. This should be something else. What a tilt. The two massive heavyweights from TNA Wrestling, of course, regulars here in BSE. And listen to this crowd. Absolutely 100% behind the War Machine. Listen to this.
I can't even hear myself think, Dave Lazar. This is absolutely insane. You know, you were talking about the test strength. How does Rhino and Robert Roode match up? I mean, Rhino, obviously a former NWA heavyweight champion, former ECW world champion, and this is a great opportunity for Robert Roode to take him out and make it, skyrocket right to the top of the TNA roster.
So do you think Robert Roode looks at Rhino as if he's maybe a stepping stone on his way to the top in TNA?
Well, I certainly think he does. I mean, if he can get past Rhino, then the sky's the limit. I mean, the sky's the limit anyway for Robert Roode, but this is just going to probably expedite that journey.
Wow, this crowd is electric. They're absolutely on fire, and Robert Roode not ready to get things underway until they settle down.
You idiots! Better shut your mouth! Or me and Miss Brooks are leaving this dump! Start chanting my name! Robert!
Come on, Robert!
Enough. Hey, settle down.
What are you talking about?
Well, they turned the tables, they started chanting Rhino.
These idiots don't know can't understand him. They don't speak English here in Kirkland Lake. It's Robert.
Oh, hang on. War Machine's got the mic.
Oh, God. Get ready with the bleeper.
Makes a great point, Bob.
And I swear, as God is my witness, if you try to leave this building, I'll chase you down, bring it back in this ring, and beat the living crap out of you!
Do you think it's a great idea to anger the War Machine?
Well, I can't believe what he just said. There's no respect at all for Robert Roode and his accomplishments. And wow, you know, this is the problem with Rhino. This is why I think Robert Roode's got the advantage here. Rhino is all about the hot-headedness. He's about the anger. He's about the frustration. And look at him soaking up the charm, soaking in the fans' adulations here. Robert Roode is.
I don't know if you and him are hearing things on a different level, but to me it sounds like a chorus of boos from this capacity crowd here in Kirkland Lake.
But what
Unbelievable. When tickets went on sale here, the crowd went nuts. It was a huge lineup for ticket sales in Kirkland Lake. The crowd is glad to have BSE Wrestling here, and well over 1,500 people in attendance tonight. An absolute treat to have a TNA main event of this caliber. Robert Roode and Rhino. Look at that, though. Big reverse elbow. Knocks down Roode, sends him to the outside, reeling.
I'm surprised at Rhino having the prowess to get out of that move. I mean, I guess it's just brute strength when, you know, that's his advantage. But here's where Robert Roode, you know, the sly mind, the tactician of him and his strategist, obviously, Miss Brooks, they're going to wait for Rhino to use his aggression, use his hot-headedness, and make a mistake. And trust me, if he's going to make that mistake, the guy becomes completely unfocused when he gets angry.
But is that not when he's at his most dangerous, when he is angry?
Well, you know, you live by the aggression, you die by the aggression. He's going to do something, charge in, whatever. I mean, you've seen it many times, and that's always Rhino's fatal flaw. And Robert Roode is the guy who's smart enough to capitalize on that situation.
Senior official Dave Linton telling Robert Roode he's got to get back into the ring. Listen to this crowd. They're on fire here tonight. And Robert Roode again toying with the crowd. And with Rhino.
Well, and this is almost like a handicap match when you got the crowd behind Rhino like this. And you know.
Oh, what about Miss Brooks on the outside now? You got it. Oh, wait a minute now.
Did that referee pull a rope? What happened there?
There's no rope pull at all.
Well, Robert Roode, he's an athlete. He meant to do that. That's exactly what happened.
He's obviously, the fans and Rhino have definitely gotten into his mind. He couldn't even jump over the ropes.
Well, I think maybe he's trying to lull everyone in a false sense of security. I don't know. I mean, obviously he's flustered by this. I can't. This crowd is. Can they please be quiet like he asked?
And here we go. Let's get things underway here. Rhino seems to be the calmer one at this point. You spoke about him being a loose cannon. And here we go. Collar elbow tie up. Rhino with a tight armbar. Beautiful wrist lock now. And holding tight. Robert Roode needs to get to those ropes. And 5 count to break that hold. And back to the outside once again.
Well, it's a smart move. You got to break the momentum here. I mean, Rhino is quite uncharacteristically, frankly, breaking on the 5 count. I don't think I can count to 5, much less know the rules to break it in a 5. But Robert Roode's got to do the smart thing, get out of that ring, and don't let Rhino dictate the pace of this match.
Well, Robert Roode is going to probably want to wrestle a match against Rhino. In this case, you wouldn't want to see Rhino take control and run him through the wall, basically. That's the aggression he spoke of when it comes to Rhino.
Yeah, absolutely. And Robert Roode, I think, again, you can see the gears working in that mind, that devious mind of his, trying to figure out how to get around this big war machine.
However, when it comes to move for move, Rhino can match you. Look at that beautiful wrist lock. Comes out of nowhere, as you claim.
Well, it's still early. Okay, now Robert Roode's got a plan. Listen to this.
All right.
See, he's ready now. Now it's going to be a completely different match, Dave.
Let's get this thing underway. Fans have been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. Let's get this thing going. What a tremendous event here tonight in Kirkland Lake. The fans have been treated to some amazing BSE action, and now finally another collar and elbow tie-up. Side headlock by the War Machine. A handful of hair now. Come on now.
Yeah, Rhino was cheating. I agree. 100%.
What are you talking about? Robert Roode with a handful of hair right behind the referee. Oh, sorry, right behind the referee. Couldn't see it. It's behind Rhino's gigantic frame. But a knockdown by Rhino, in control. Goes off the ropes now. Shoulder block, and down goes Robert Roode into the outside of the ring again.
I mean, I bumped into Rhino when we were backstage, Dave, and it knocked me over. I mean, he was standing still. I can't imagine what it'd be like when he's charging at you with full force.
Well, it looks like Robert Roode has called it a night by the looks of it. He's heading to the back.
Well, you know what? Sometimes that's a smart thing to do. He's getting paid either way.
Oh, no. You don't want this to happen.
Oh. No, Robert.
Rhino's chased him down now.
Robert, get out of there. That guy. You can't turn this into a brawl. The guy's an ECW former ECW champion. He knows what it's like to be in brawls all across the arenas.
Oh my God, they're going to be brawling all throughout the arena. This is nuts. This is probably not what Robert Roode had in mind for this match. Absolutely the last thing on his mind.
Oh no, and Miss Brooks has got to get him out of there. This is a bad
What do you
situation.
expect her to do?
Well, I use her feminine terms. Either way, get Robert the heck out of there. That's not a safe place.
Taking him all over the arena. He's going to knock him in pillar to post. Look at this, right to the glass.
I mean, Kirkland Lake they're fighting in the middle of this hockey arena. Kirkland Lake is known for its hockey stars. You know, Bobby Orr was the biggest thug of all time, and he's from Kirkland Lake.
Bobby Orr?
Absolutely. And
Bobby Orr's not from Kirkland Lake.
do you know anything? And either way, they're having a hockey brawl right in the middle of this arena here. And well, and you laugh, but look who's in charge now. Look who's taking control.
You completely lost your mind.
What? Oh no.
What are you watching? What is wrong with you, Rhino, now?
They're fighting in a hockey building. What are you talking about?
You've completely lost it. Look, we have officials, BSC officials, following them around. Look, they're going into the penalty box now.
Well, I think you should penalize Rhino for this. Robert Roode was going to the back, trying to say, you know what, Rhino, maybe we'll take a fight on another day. And Rhino just attacks him. This is like assault. This is like 5 minutes for roughing or something.
They've made their way up to it's 2 minutes for roughing, all right. They've made their way up to the top of the arena here. And Robert Roode is just trying to get away from Rhino, but he's stalking him.
I believe in the international rules, it's 5 minutes. And Robert Roode with a nice shot to the head of Rhino.
He was battling down at the crowd.
And give credit to the referee, Dave Linton, for following this action, although, what's he doing? Where's the 10 count, referee?
Well, I guess he understands the frustration that both Rhino and Robert Roode must be feeling towards each other, and the fact that Robert Roode kept sliding out of the ring. I mean, that says it right there. The referee's going to let things go. We're brawling all over this arena. This is nuts.
I mean, you can't blame Robert Roode for wanting to get out of here with all these Kirkland Lake residents, basically chastising him for just standing around, standing.
Reversal now. Rhino whipped right into the plexiglass, and down he goes to all fours.
And Robert Roode had to do that. He had to escape with his life, and now's a good opportunity to take advantage of this guy when he's down. That's a smart move. That makes sense. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Robert Roode, a stiff right hand, trying to get him back into the ring would be the best bet for Roode at this point. But again, whipping him into that glass. Rhino blocks it, and in goes Roode. And that doesn't tickle, I'll tell you that much.
When Rhino's waving the crowd, I mean, what's this guy? He's uncontrollable, Dave. They should be calling the police. This is an assault and battery right now.
And there's Rhino taunting Robert Roode, is telling him, I'm going to kick your ass, you're finished. There's nowhere for you to go but down.
Well, if he's saying that, then speech therapy does wonders. Because I have not known him to be able to string 2 sentences together. I do know, though, he can put a lot of pain on you with that chair in the middle of the floor.
Oh no, look at this. The worst thing to do when you're in a match against Rhino is let him play with tables, because you know what happens. You know the history of Rhino. It looks like he's ready to set Robert Roode up with a table, moving them around. You don't want those toys to be accessible to Rhino.
And someone's got to stop the match. This is not fair. Robert Roode signed up for a wrestling match. A match of skills, not a brawl with tables and chairs. And Rhino might pick up a fan and throw him on Robert Roode. That's not fair either.
I believe Roode brought this on himself by exiting the ring on numerous occasions. And look at, oh no. Oh no.
Robert, you got to get the heck out of there, Robert.
You get up there and help him.
I'm not getting near this guy. You can see it in Rhino's eyes. He's not all there. He's got this bloodlust. He's got this fury in his eyes, and he's going to take it on anybody who gets near him.
And the boot attempt was caught. Rhino now with the right hand. Succession of right hands off the ropes now. An Irish whip to a huge back body drop. Down goes Robert Roode. Miss Brooks, that is not a good idea. Rhino, though.
He's assaulting a woman. Put that criminal away. See, that's what you get. That's justice. Robert Roode coming in to make the save. That's a smart move by Robert Roode. He can't let the CEO of Robert Roode Incorporated get hurt by the hands of this beast.
Well, that's the extra advantage that you have when you have somebody like Miss Brooks in your corner. She gets up on the apron, distracted Rhino from the man at hand at Robert Roode.
See, Rhino pulled her up on the hair or something. That guy,
she slapped him right in the face. Tell me you didn't see that. Rhino, over the top through the table. Jesus. My God!
Robert Roode saving his life and sending Rhino crashing through that table. Wow, and Rhino looks like he's out of it, Dave. I think it'd be a short night for Robert Roode. Well, relatively speaking, I mean.
Rhino is down. This is not good. This does not bode well.
I said it. You live by the table, you die by the table. And Rhino right there just got pummeled by a huge back body drop, sending him to the floor. And Robert Roode, wow, shaking the cobwebs, and now he's in control. This match is taking a totally new different direction, Dave.
Rhino went crashing through that timekeeper's table right at ringside. Unbelievable, but not able to get a 3 count.
See, but that's what I told you. He gets angry, he gets intense, and he goes to those moves. And Robert Roode, smart enough to pick a spot and capitalize on that. Smart man, Robert Roode.
Tight headlock now, trying to wear down Rhino. But you got to believe that Rhino's still got something left in him, even though he went through that table. That was unbelievable.
Well, no, I don't know, Dave. I think, how can anyone, come back from that and still be 100%, still have something in him? And Robert Roode putting the squeeze on him.
A handful of hair and brought Rhino down to the mat. Look at that, the hair and the fingers. You can't deny that.
I didn't see anything. All I saw, I've been watching Tracy.
Boot now. Robert Roode trying to take full control of this match and put Rhino down for the finish.
See, just like all the competition on Wall Street, Robert Roode standing atop, standing supreme, and look at that, now it's his time to celebrate. And see, and wow, the Kirkland Lake fans of Robert Roode are going crazy right now.
Listen to the chants throughout the crowd. I don't know what you're listening to, honestly. The crowd chanting Rhino, Rhino getting behind him and whipped so hard into that buckle. Roode brings him back out the cover, hooks the leg too. Not quite enough for a 3 count though, Bob.
Thought he had it there. Rhino still, I must be on instinct right now. He must be wrestling on fumes because he's really out like a light after going through that table, that huge back body drop.
Yeah, this Rhino doesn't want to straighten that arm out. He's trying to keep it bent so he can keep that momentum away from Robert Roode. So tries to crucifix him down on the knee. Rhino holding strong though. Listen to that crowd getting behind him. Pumping up the War Machine. Listen to this.
And yeah, Rhino coming back with a fear. Oh, wow. And Robert cooled that jet real quickly.
Roode coming off the ropes looking for that Canadian. Look at this. And down he goes. Rhino could have it. This could be all.
A desperation attempt by Rhino. And wow. Bought a chance to recover there. Robert Roode is out. Rhino's out. The referee's the only one standing in the middle of the ring.
Miss Brooks trying to get Robert Roode back up to his feet. What an intense matchup this has been so far.
This has been a crazy encounter. It's gone all through the building. It's gone in the stands, the penalty box, and here we are. Both men, I mean, getting up right now. Signs of movement in both of them. Who's going to get up first? Whoever gets to the feet, you got to figure they have the advantage.
Well, both men seem to be up around the same time. Roode with a punch when it's blocked. Rhino returns the favor. Look at this. Irish whip into the ropes. Rhino ducks down. Roode looking for that fisherman suplex. That could be it. Rhino reverses. Beautiful clothesline.
Robert Roode running into a brick wall in the arm of Rhino. And
Rhino's still trying to keep his balance up on his feet now. Trading those right hands. He's filling up. Robert Roode, look at this, coming off the ropes now, possibly a gore. He's blocked. Amazing maneuver by Robert Roode. This could be it, the cover. 1, 2, it's all. Oh!
Wow. I can't believe it. Rhino kicked out of that. Robert Roode hitting that rock bottom-like maneuver, and Rhino kicking out of it. What's Robert Roode got to do to take this guy out?
I thought it was all said and done there, Bob, but Rhino, you can never underestimate the War Machine. And Roode now showing his frustration. I think this is a mistake. He needs to capitalize and get right back on Rhino, but he's not doing it.
Well, I think both of them are a little bit rocked right now. And oh, look at that cocky cover. 1, 2, 3. Come on, referee. Where's the
shoulder? Was right up. The left shoulder was up. You watch things through a rose-colored glass. I don't know what's wrong with you. And this is you got to at least agree with me on that. This is a mistake. Well, Robert Roode needs to capitalize. He can't just. Oh, there's a cover now. 1, 2.
Well, Robert Roode's always planning, always thinking. Maybe he's trying to figure out this guy, and maybe he's still got cobwebs in his head. He took a beating for quite some time from this lunatic Rhino.
Trying to wear him out, possibly into a submission.
And that's a smart thing to do. I mean, if Rhino, he's tired, you put a clamp on that headlock, cut the oxygen off to his brain. Not that, there's a lot flowing up there anyway, but if you can cut his circulation to that brain, slow him down even more, then he's easy pickings. It's a smart move by Robert Roode. Plus, at the same time, Robert Roode is not expending a lot of energy right now, so it gives him a chance to recover too from that beating. Smart wrestling move, smart wrestling tactics.
Well, listen to this crowd, definitely 110% behind the War Machine Rhino. Listen to them going crazy, trying to get Rhino back up to his feet. This crowd has been electric all night long here in Kirkland Lake, and the main event is just topping it off. Unbelievable action.
Well, it's a fantastic night. Kirkland Lake has, been in for a treat all night. This main event is no exception. And although at the same time, I can barely hear myself think. I know it's disconcerting to Robert Roode and Miss Brooks that they can't strategize. All these people are yelling and screaming at deafening volumes.
Well, hang on, Rhino's got that arm up. This thing's not over yet. Listen to him go.
God. What's it gonna take to put this guy down?
Rhino making his way back up to his feet. This is not how Robert Roode had planned it. Rhino now with the fist to the midsection, breaking up that headlock. Irish whip into the ropes, reversed. Rhino comes off, huge clothesline. Sends Roode down in a reverse elbow. Rhino, I don't know where he's getting this from. Into the buckle, and a huge spear into the midsection. And a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex, down goes Roode.
And Robert Roode has got to get out of there.
Hang on a minute.
Thank goodness Miss Brooks is in there.
Rhino setting up for the gore. Miss Brooks, you are in the path of a runaway train. You better get out of there. Blocked by Rhino.
He's, again, the assault of the woman.
And a huge spinebuster slam. Down goes Roode. Down goes Roode. Rhino and stalking him. Look at him stalking his prey. He's going to set him up for a gore.
I can't believe Robert Roode Incorporated is in.
Look at this, a gore! It's all over! The cover, 1, 2, 3.
Well, Robert Roode Incorporated gone bankrupt tonight. I can't believe it. Losing to Rhino, coming out of that precarious position with the headlock, getting his momentum and goring Robert Roode. Wow, and Robert Roode is out.
Miss Brooks in there to console Robert Roode. Rhino now celebrating an impressive victory here tonight in Kirkland Lake.
Well, I mean celebrating, but you gotta admit, Dave, he did put his hands on him. And what's he doing now?
He can't be.
This is not right. He can't do no.
Hang on, he's poised. What? He can't be. Maybe another gore for
somebody
Robert
stop!
Roode. Hang on! Miss Brooks just took it. And a gore.
He just scored Miss Brooks.
She got herself into this match. I think it's fully well-deserved.
Well-deserved? What are you talking about? You can't gore the lovely Miss Brooks. You can't gore a woman in the middle of the ring. And look at this. Kirkland Lake fans are loving it. These guys are sick. This city is sick. I don't believe it. And Rhino is sick. Look what he's doing. She's out like a light. I'm going to go up there and check and make sure she's okay.
Look at that. Referee Dave Linton trying to check on Miss Brooks and speaking at the same time to some of the officials at ringside. Oh man, this does not look good for Miss Brooks. Discussing the options at this point. Robert Roode's still laying there from his gore.
Well, they won't let me go up there and touch her, but I mean, check on her.
That's a good thing. Hang on now.
But
Robert Roode reading her the riot act. How can you honestly do that? She got gored.
Well, I mean, Robert Roode didn't really necessarily see what happened.
Robert Roode believes the chant is directed towards Miss Brooks.
Well, you know what? Where was she when he got gored? She should have been there. Yeah, kind of.
Are you kidding me? She put herself in harm's way. She climbed into the ring.
Kind of agree with Robert Roode. Miss Brooks should have been there. Should have had his back. She's the chief executive offender, and where was she? She threw him under the bus, really, and let him get gored by Rhino. I don't blame Robert Roode for being upset.
officials trying to get Miss Brooks out of the ring. This is not good. This is not good news for Miss Brooks at all.
You got to be able to take a bullet for the boss, and she did not take a bullet for the boss tonight.
Are you kidding? She got gored by the War Machine Rhino. How is that not taking a bullet for the boss?
Well, that was, after the fact, it doesn't matter. You can do anything after the fact. And
Are you kidding me? She climbed up onto the apron, smacked Rhino in the face, got herself in the match.
all I know is that Robert Roode, by hook or by crook, lost this match tonight to Rhino. And quite frankly, I think, Miss Brooks has more than a little bit of accountability for it.
You are out of your mind. Robert Roode believes that oh, hang on a second.
So help me God. If I ever come back to Kirkland Lake, if I ever step foot in this dump again, it'll be way too soon. Because Robert Roode is the greatest, and it's worth more than all of you punks put together.
We can't blame the fans.
I think it's true that he could come in and buy Kirkland Lake, put in his fancy 30-foot yacht.
And this is a message to Lance Storm in North Bay on August 11th. The outcome will be a lot different than tonight. Because Lance Storm, I'm going to show you that it pays to be rude.
Bitter man. What a blowhard. I can't believe this.
What are you talking about? That's marketing. That's branding. That's what an executive does.
Are you kidding me? A great night. Why can't you just take the defeat for what it was? Rhino victorious in this match. Send the fans home happy. Instead, he's got to come out here and insult them. Unbelievable.